name is Dr. Basheer Oshodi. I'm CEO Alpha Group. I'm going to talk about Islamic finance briefly, or we call non-interest finance in Nigeria. Non-interest finance is a mode of finance that prohibits interest, uncertainty, gambling, financial gambling of any sort, unethical concerns. Of course, that's be backed by some kind of asset or activities or trade or services. And it has also must have Sharia governance to a very large extent. Without Sharia governance, it means that the transaction is not compliant. And so it then becomes necessary to talk about the fact that there are different, if you like, products in the market. Some people want to invest funds, they have excess money, they want to put it somewhere, and they want to get returns on those monies. Other people just want a facility, what you call a loan in the conventional space. They want a loan, they want to buy vegetables and sell, they want to buy rice, commodities, and sell in the market, either locally or they want to export it to other countries. Some people just want to start building houses. Some people want a house to live in. Some want to buy a car to do Uber or something, So all of these ones, we call them assets, right? Some people just want money to fix the roof of their house because the rain has taken everything off, right? And so it then means for those that don't want to use the interest-based system, they need to go to a non-interest financial institution, either an asset management company, or they want to invest in an asset management company, or go to the banks, or even the microfinance banks. Now you have a lot of them that are Sharia compliant. We've got over 12 non-interest microfinance banks, either being licensed or already licensed right now in Nigeria. We've got over 5, 6, let's just say 6 non-interest banks. 6 of them are standalone. There's a window. That means we don't have a reason to use the conventional banks anymore at this time. We've got another 7 asset management companies that offer just Sharia compliant products. More importantly, the other asset management companies that offer Sharia compliant products or funds, maybe they're not fully Sharia compliant, that is the company, but they offer products that are fully Sharia compliant, right? So now we've got an array of products. Now this means if you want to buy something, if you want a facility, again, what you call loan in the conventional space, you should be able to walk into any of these companies, right? And if you want to buy equities, stock markets, you're interested in stock market, you should be able to go and identify the stock that are Sharia compliant. Not all stock are Sharia compliant, right? A stock sometime or some equities in the market may look compliant, but they're not necessarily compliant. So if you want to buy equities in the cement company, for example, cement looks compliant, but because of certain ratios that may not be met, it means that equities will not be Sharia compliant anymore. It's on the back of this that we have introduced the Alpha Islamic Finance Market Index. Now, this market index allows you to sieve, transactions and see the kind of equities or stock that are Sharia compliant, right? So is a foam manufacturing company compliant? If it's compliant, why is it compliant? And if it's compliant on the one hand, on the other hand, is it viable to put funds in it, right? So those are the kind of things we're going to be looking at. So the index explains not just the figures, but explains the rationale behind why certain transactions are more viable than the others. So do I put my money in a non-interest banks? I'm not going to mention the names, right? Or should I just simply put it in the stock market that is Sharia compliant? Now, how do I know the best stocks in the market to put my money in? Now, the index gives you an idea of the best performing stock in the market. It gives you a very good idea, right? The index also gives you a feel of the historicals, what has happened in the past and what's going to be the potentials of such stock going forward. That financial conglomerate to advise on the best instrument to put funds in, right? So that's on the one hand. On the other hand, we have the Sukuk market. Sukuk is categorized into, if you like, what you call the federal government Sukuk, national Sukuk, it's all called subnational, which is basically the Sukuk issued by states. So a lot of states now are issuing Sukuk, right? I want to determine the viability of the Sukuk, or the potential of this Sukuk. Are they tradable? Are they not tradable? That is, can you sell them? If you want to get out of the transaction, if you put in, for example, 1 million naira in the Sukuk, it's for 7 years. Can you leave? At the end of 2 years, can you decide to exit? Say, I don't want this to cook anymore. I want to sell it. Can you sell it? Can you exit? Right? So again, the ability to exit, we're going to be covering it. Of course, it's being covered in this index, right? There's another type, which is basically the corporate sukuk, corporate issue instruments in the market. Now, again, how viable are they in the market? Again, the conglomerate, if you like, is in a position to advise you on the best investments, if you like, portfolio to put your funds in. Yeah, so all of these instruments, at the end of the day, the Alpha Group, as a financial conglomerate, is in a position to advise you appropriately in line with the performance of the index, to let you know the best instrument or the best investment to put funds in, the best banks to put funds in, the best commercial paper to put funds in, the best equities to invest in at the same time, and perhaps other potential investment, the best real estate transaction to put funds in. Now this will help you to maximize your returns and of course expose you to little or no risk. Of course, under Islamic finance or non-interest finance, risk is an integral part of the business, but with our advice, we'll minimize your risk as much as possible, and then you're going to get the best all the time. Once again, my name is Dr. Basheer Oshodi. Ramadan Mubarak.